Welcome to Heaven Awaits. My name is Leigh, and I narrate the near-death experiences of those who have died and have seen the other side. These videos are meant to bring hope to a sometimes hopeless world. If you enjoy these videos, please consider hitting the thumbs up, subscribe, and bell icons to be notified of new content. Doing so is free, and it does help the channel grow. Get comfortable, grab a cup of coffee or tea, and let's dive into today's experience. We were at the table, cards in hand, music low, laughter bubbling beneath the haze of a passing joint. It was just a normal night in a quiet house. There were no warnings, no signs. Then she walked in. Another joint entered the rotation and made its way to me. I took a single hit. In that instant, my reality began to unravel. Reality shattered. The world folded inward. The tunnel closed. My body collapsed. To the others in the room, it looked like chaos. I hit the floor. My body convulsed. I slammed into chairs, the table, and the hardwood floor, as if something ancient and uncontrollable had taken over me. My friend screamed my name, but I didn't hear him because I wasn't there. I was gone, and was not dreaming or hallucinating. I was just gone. My consciousness had split, like light refracting through a prism. I found myself in a place that was not of this earth. It felt more real than reality itself. It was vivid, intelligent, and alive. I stood in a vast blue and white expanse, surrounded by a black geometric grid stretching infinitely in every direction. Above it all, a radiant white light pulsed like the heartbeat of the universe. And somehow, I knew that light was home. It wasn't just a direction. It was a destiny, a knowing. I felt it pulling at every part of my being. I understood that all I had to do was spin, like a spiral in space, and launch upward like a rocket, and I would be free. But something held me back. Before I could move, the grid expanded and unfolded like a divine neural network. Then it began. I relived every moment of my life, but not from my own perspective. I experienced it from every point of view. I was my mother, holding me for the first time. I was the stranger I bumped into on the street. I was the friend I failed to call back. I was the enemy I had judged without compassion. Every emotion, every word, every choice I had ever made rippled outward like a sacred equation revealing itself before me. I saw the alternate timelines, the endless what-ifs. What if I had stayed? What if I had forgiven? What if I had chosen differently? Each potential decision split off into infinite lives, and I experienced them all. These weren't dreams or fantasies. They were real. I lived 1,000 lives in what must have been 3 Earth minutes. Time no longer existed. There was only consciousness, only truth. And then I looked again toward the light. It wasn't just brightness. It was intelligence. It was compassion. It was eternity. I didn't see a being, but I felt its presence. It was so loving and so vast in understanding that every word we use for God suddenly felt small and insufficient. In that moment, I understood something essential. We are not our names. We are not our mistakes. We are fragments of the infinite, temporarily clothed in skin and bound by gravity and time. Death is not something to fear. It is something we are meant to remember. And in that space, I remembered everything. Then I heard a faint but powerful sound saying, "Come back." It wasn't a voice exactly. It was more like a calling. My friend's voice, calling my name from Earth, pulled at me like a tether. And then I snapped back like a soul crashing into glass. I slammed into my body. Pain exploded in my head where I had been seizing. My vision was blurred with static, and my muscles were weak. But I was back, and I knew it. I looked up and saw my friend's face. His skin was pale, his eyes wide with fear. I met his gaze, and the first words to leave my newly returned soul were, "I'm a strong-minded mother." He stared at me, then slowly nodded and whispered, "Dude, you are." Then he asked, "Where the hell did you go?" So I told him. I told everyone. And I drew the grid, not because I wanted to, but because I had to. That place, that light, that truth, it is inside me now. I carry it with me every day. Here is the truth. Death is not an end. It is a crossing. The body may fail, but the self awakens. I did not lose who I was. I remember who I had always been. I saw the ripple of every decision. I felt the truth of my soul. And since my time was not yet done, I returned. But I came back changed. I am wiser and more awake than ever before. I was gone for 3 minutes, but in that space, I lived lifetimes. And I returned with one unshakable truth. I am not just alive, I am eternal. And the light is always waiting. That does it for today's experience. As always, let me know what you thought in the comment section below. Until next time, stay safe and continue to be blessed.